Good morning, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I hope everybody's had a fantastic weekend. Well, actually, in the crypto space, it was fairly boring, to be honest. And actually, over these past 2-3 weeks, it's been a bit boring in the crypto space. We've just been having a lot of choppy sideways action, especially with Bitcoin. Yes, we have had a few alts like been popping off here and there, like Ronin and such like. I know some of the hexes and, you know, the Richard Hart's projects have been like popping off. But yeah, overall, the market has just been chopping sideways. And like with Bitcoin at the moment, we're just sitting at that $42,967. I think from the last video I did yesterday, it hasn't moved much at all. And we can see the market cap, it's from yesterday, it's 1.65 trillion. But obviously, from the updates yesterday, we've got a lot of things going on in the traditional market space as well. Like, so it's worth just keeping an eye out on that. That was in the previous video. But we can see currently at the moment, it's like I said yesterday, fear and greed. It's basically just has not changed. It's just at 60 at the moment. But one thing I am just being very careful of is, because obviously we're talking about, potential pre-halving dump. Will we get that? History doesn't have to ever repeat itself, but we could do. Who knows? It could go up or could go down, but what I am watching very, very carefully, especially for the traditional markets, is China. Because China's CSI 1000 index is basically, it said on the Cubs Day here, is down 8% today and 30% in the first month of 2024. But what we do see is as I've done before previously, and I'm starting to do it again, the Chinese government is pledging once again to help stabilise the market, which is a good sign overall. But it's just a short-term measure until they can get all to grips with especially their housing. Because the Evergrande, it's basically pretty much liquidated. It's not doing anything. It's just lost money, billions, trillions of dollars, and that. So last week, as I said here, Evergrande, China's largest property value, was ordered to liquidate by the Hong Kong court. What happens next? And we can see here how far it's actually fell, the CSI 1000. And obviously we've got to be careful of this because we've got to monitor it very carefully because obviously this could start rolling over into the traditional markets. And then obviously in turn could affect Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto. But hopefully it doesn't. But we just got to keep that close eye on that. And also we've got our friend El Capo again coming out with his warning. So do we listen to him or don't we listen to him? I'm glad I didn't listen to him when Bitcoin was down on the week. Let's put this on the weekly. On the weekly was right down at the $15,000 mark, which was around about here. He said we're going to go down to about 10,000-12,000, even less. But what actually happened is Bitcoin had a nice big rally. This is all to do with the potential Bitcoin ETF, what got called, I think it was Cointelegraph, I can't remember now, where we got like an intern or something like that, release some information which they shouldn't have done. But anyway, it made the market sort of rocketed up really. So we were all the way up from the $15,000 mark. And we've got above this resistance line here, which is at 40,000, around about the 40,000. We've basically managed to get back up through that. We're just chopping around really on the weekly. We're chopping around. The basic stock or size gradually starting to come down. We could retest back down to the 40s, the 39s. There is a chance we could come down to the 36 to 34,000. It all depends. And also, like I said, I'm just watching what's happening to China. But also, we know that Jerome Powell and the Fed basically are not going to be cutting anytime soon in March. Could it be May or something like that? We don't know. Obviously, he's data dependent, but he's obviously wants to get down that 2%. So we're just got to watch all of this very, very carefully. And we're starting to see banks lay off as well. Is a recession around the corner? Some economists think it could be this year. Some economists saying next year. But they've been saying this for the past couple of years. Oh, it's going to be this year. No, it's going to be next year. I think it's just going to be one of those ones which is just going to take us by surprise if it happens, if it does. But obviously, like I said, we just got to watch China. But, looking at the bubbles at the moment, this is on the hourly. Ronin is down 9%, but it has overall on the weekly that Ronin is up 22.31% and Link 28%, Fleur 43%, 21%, IMX 9.7%. It's like I said, again, watch very carefully. From our video yesterday on D-Race, watch the gaming and the GameFi market for this bull run. I really do think it's the gaming and GameFi which is really, really going to do it. Because look what happened to Facebook, and they rocketed up. And that, so and they're sort of leading the way in the metaverse, and that's why I'm involved with D-Race and Vulcan Forged, projects like that, and also not forgetting our loaded lines, yes, Main City. So we just got to keep an eye on that. And sometimes I've taken pictures. So he has been good in the last bull market, but who knows? We'll have to see on that one. But we can see here on the Kronos at the moment, we just got an above 8 cents at the moment. So we overall we have had a fair drop really in terms of the Kronos from where we were. We did hit. Let's get on the weekly. We did hit here sort of a top around about 11, getting close to 12 pence in that. So we're not far, but what we're trying to do is, what I'm noticing here is, we had, like with Bitcoin, we had that big rally up. We had a big push up, nice 2x there. We've basically been in this channel here, chopping around, and basically we've just fallen below this channel, and we're trying to get back up. It's a bit of a resistance here. There's plenty of resistance here. We need to get back up in that channel, and hopefully we'll start curving over. But obviously it all depends what Bitcoin does as well, because Bitcoin here actually managed to get itself, it fell below the channel and managed to get itself up. So I'm hoping the Kronos will do that. And against Bitcoin, we're up by 0.16%, which is nothing really at the moment. So hopefully the altcoins are going to have their time. They will do. Because at the moment we're at total 3 is at 481 million at the moment. Million. I shouldn't say million. Billion. Monday morning, blame it on Monday. But yeah, so we're just basically, we've got that support here. We've broken up. We had that descending wedge here. We've broken out wedge. And I'm really hoping that we could sort of, Bitcoin will start to make a move. Dominance is coming down, and we sort of push back up here. We've got a bit of resistance here at 800 billion. But obviously, let's see what happens. But the wedge, it all comes down to Bitcoin at the end of the day. But I just want to see that dominance come down as well. I just want to see that dominance hit that resistance and then make its way down. If we could get down to the 42, hold the line, Bitcoin holds the line where it is now, and basically alts start pumping. And on about alts, like I said, Kronos, we're at above 8 cents at the moment. We're still holding that line. Crypto.com, lots of things happening with Crypto.com. I just say to people, do not sit on CRO. For what Crypto.com have done, and the Kronos ecosystem, which is a very young ecosystem, 2021 of November, it's a very young ecosystem, so it's got a lot of growing to do, where we know some of them like Cardano and such like, they've been growing for quite a while. Kronos hasn't, and people are saying, oh, it's gone from 10 down to 14 position. Look, it's a young one, and it's building, it's getting there. For where it is now, it ain't bad at all. But overall, Crypto.com are just bringing in all these perks. The CEO said in the bear market, when everything starts getting better, the perks will start coming back. And obviously, they see those inflows coming in to their exchange, to their app. They see the people downloading. They've got all that information behind their closed doors. They know what's going on. And when you start to see basically all these perks coming in, it's quite bullish in my eye. They see things that we're not seeing as the retail at this point of time. But we see that the Bitcoin long-term holders are increasing. The circulating supply is coming down on Bitcoin. So people are coming in and actually buying in that Bitcoin and holding it. And we can see that by the Bitcoin ETF as well. Like the institutions are here as well. But, we're getting the debit cards. As I mentioned in previous videos, the debit cards come back. They're not back in the UK yet or parts of Europe at the moment, but they're coming back. And that's a clear sign to me the market is recovering. Yes, we're going to get our dumps. Yes, we're going to get our pumps. And we're going to get boring sideways action like we are now. The boring sideways action is the time for me. Because don't forget, people are expecting us to go up to 50 grand now, to 60 grand now. Things take time. We've already, like I said, with Bitcoin, we've already pumped from 15 grand all the way up to 45,000. So it's not like we haven't made any kind of moves. It's just at the moment, we've just been going that sideways action. And the same with Crypto.com, the Kronos, Crow. It's there. It's all happening, and it's gonna get. The thing is, yes, we could get that pre-halving dump because it's only a couple of months away till the Bitcoin halving. There is a potential for a Bitcoin dump, but what about if we don't get it? For me, I am accumulating. I'm nibbling away, little bits more, nibbling away, because at the end of the day, I want to get as much tokens as I can for when it's good parabolic. If we do get a big drop down, then I'll nibble away again. My money on one side is basically there just to nibble away. I'm not putting big chunks in or anything like that. It's just very nibbly and that. So like I said, always do your own research. Never listen to me. Do what you think is right for you in your financial situation. None of everything I say is financial advice. But with CRO, for me personally, I'm not sitting on it. I'm really not, because the exchange tokens are going to explode again. Just like gaming, just like GambleFi, they're going to explode. And I really don't want to be the one who's going to be sitting there thinking to myself, why did I not buy anything? I'm not going to be one of those. I wasn't in the last bull market, in the bear market. In the previous bear market, prior on 2020, I didn't. I accumulated. When everybody was fearful, everybody was scared, everybody was bored, I was just accumulating. Then we had that big drop in March, and then I bought some more. And Cardano just absolutely, from when I bought it at 7 cents, went up straight up to close to $3. And thank God, I'm glad I bought. Everybody said, just like they say with the Kronos, it's dead, nothing's happening. People said that with Cardano, it's not going anywhere. ADA's not going to go up to all-time high ever again. It went to $3. You ignore the noise, flush out the noise. If I listen to people on Twitter who are saying how ADA's never going to make it, ADA's never going to go to all-time high, or anything like that, if I listen to those people on there, I would have made the money I made. It's simple as. You've got to clear out the noise, and all the fudders out there, ignore them. That's what I say. The only person you listen to is yourself. You do your research, do your studies, take time out, take half an hour out of your day just to sit there every day for half an hour, just check the chart, check what's being built. That's what I say. That's what I do. And that's why I've done all right in the stock markets. That's why I've done all right in crypto. It's because I've took time out. I haven't taken hours out. I've taken half an hour in a day to just see what is going on. And then any negativity, I delete that away. It's gone. Not interested in any kind of fudders or anything like that. You'll see people fudding CRO. Ignore them. Do your research, because I tell you what, it's those people who, when it does go parabolic or goes crazy, they're the ones who are going to be even more angry because they missed out, and they're going to try to fudge you out because they're jealous, they're upset, and everything else. In this kind of game, I don't get emotional. I look, I study, and I buy. If I like it, I'll buy it. I'm a businessman at the end of the day. And you've got to be a businessman as well. You want to make it in this game? Not everybody will make it. A lot of people won't make it because they'll get scared out or they'll get left behind. Or, but do your research. Be a businessman and focus. That's all I say. And when you see people like Cecilia, who's basically... He's an advocate for, Crypto.com. And she says, what happened last week? And you just go through all of this. What Crypto.com? Main City's New Year Blitz has become to an end, and a final prize pool worth of $72,000. New trading competitions live in Trading Arena. And then we've got here, Corgi Doge Riff app campaign has started, so you can accumulate more of these type of tokens if you wish. We've got Kronos Explorer API service now available. Crypto.com exchange app supporting deposits, withdrawals at CDC ETH via ERC20. New trading competition track started. The app featuring, there's lots of perks. What can get? Crypto.com are getting all these perks out there. The debit card. I love the debit card. You go and buy yourself a car with a debit card and see how much CRO you get. You gain yourself a nice car, but also you've gained yourself a nice packet of CRO. I can remember a few years back when a gentleman in Europe bought himself a house with his debit card, with his Crypto.com debit card. He got some nice gains back off that. He got his house and he got a lot of CRO back. And that's what I do. All my shopping, all my food shopping, everything like that, anything I buy, computers or what all goes on my debit card because I get all that CO back, and it's great for accumulation. But like I said, key target here for Crow, I really do think we're going to go to that $1, and I really do think anything between $1 to $3 is my price targets. $1.50, do you start taking profits? I don't know. That's what I mean. You have a plan. Don't listen to people. Do not listen to the haters. Don't listen to the fudders. Do your own research and you'll do well. I can guarantee it. But also, don't put more money in you're willing to lose. If you've got a bit of spare cash on one side and it's not doing anything, then that's the time when, for me, I will put it in. If it means food or crypto, food is always first. And ever get yourself into trouble, ever pay with debt credit cards, or ever remortgage your house or get loans out for crypto. Never do that. That's why it's an investment. And an investment is for you to actually just, if you've got a bit of surplus money on one side and it's not doing anything, that's the money you get to work. You know, as long as you can pay your bills and everything out, that little bit of money will get to work and hopefully make you money if you do your research right. So I hope this set of videos helped. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. But take care and don't forget, this bull run could really kick off fully in full-blown bull mode at any point. It could happen today, tomorrow, or whenever. But don't forget, we do get pullbacks, so spare that on mind, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.